Good evening, Long Beach, and welcome to the 2023 State of the City Address. Please turn your cell phone to silent or vibrate for the remainder of the event. Please rise for our Pledge of Allegiance, led by Campfire USA Adventure Club 166 and Discovery Club 163 from Long Beach, California.
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Campfire USA Adventure Club 166 and Discovery Club 163. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the stage Long Beach born and raised Teron Brooks performing Lovely Day.
You guys ready to party a little bit? You know this song. Come on, you can sing along. You put your hands together. It was rainy earlier, but now it's lovely now. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, when something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind, ooh, then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Oh, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Yeah, I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Ooh, yeah. And when the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, ooh, then I look at you, oh, and the world's all right with me. Ooh, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be a lovely day. Ooh. Now when the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, and someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, ooh, then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Ooh, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. I feel it's gonna be a lovely day. It's gonna be an amazing brand new year. You want to sing this part? Lovely day, lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day. Come on, Long Beach. A lovely day, 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 a lovely day. Hey, the sun is shining, the birds are singing. It's a new beginning. Oh, lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day, lovely day. He's made a way, a lovely day. Oh, do you believe it? Raise your hand if you believe it. A lovely day. Thank you.
Now, who's welcome to the stage? Vice Mayor Cindy Allen.
It is indeed a lovely day. Good evening and welcome to the 2023 State of the City. Thank you for joining us tonight. Let's give another round of applause for Campfire USA and Taryn Brooks. Tonight is an incredibly exciting night, and despite the wind and the rain, you all showed up. So Long Beach is here in the house. Thank you. We are all here as one united community, from east to west, from uptown to downtown. And tonight, we're not just here for a speech. We're here to celebrate a new era for Long Beach and hear the inaugural State of the City address from our mayor, Rex Richardson. And as your new vice mayor, I'm honored to welcome you all here tonight. I'm excited to work alongside Mayor Rex Richardson. He's a collaborative leader who works with others to overcome our city's biggest challenges. The future is bright with the new leadership of Long Beach, so thank you everyone here tonight for your commitment to civic engagement. Your involvement in our local community is what makes Long Beach such an incredible place to live, to work, and to thrive. Now, before we get going, I want to take a moment to recognize the elected officials and distinguished guests in attendance with us tonight. Now, we have a full house, so I would kindly ask that you would hold your applause until the list has concluded. We are joined tonight by our citywide elected officials, City Attorney Don McIntosh, City Prosecutor Doug Halbert, and City Auditor Laura Dowd. And now let's welcome the honorable members of the Long Beach City Council. First District, Councilmember Mary Zendejas. Third District, Councilmember Christina Duggan. Fourth District, Councilmember Daryl Supernaw. Fifth District, Councilmember Megan Kerr. Sixth District, Councilmember Dr. Suli Sorrow. Eighth District, Councilmember Al Austin. And 9th District Councilmember Dr. Joni Ricks Odie. I know we've already done a lot of clapping, but let's give it up one more time for all the council members here tonight. We also like to acknowledge California State Assembly member from the 61st District, Tina McKinner. And now I'd also like to introduce our educational leaders, Long Beach City College President, Honorable Herlinda Chico, Long Beach City Vice President, Vivian Malaulu, Long Beach City College Trustee, Udak Joe Entuk, and Long Beach City College Trustee, Dr. Virginia Baxter. And we can't forget about all our incredible sponsors who help make this event possible. The Port of Long Beach Transit, Long Beach Water Department, and our amazing friends at the Long Beach Convention and Visitors Bureau. Let's thank them all for their support. Lastly, I want to thank the hardworking staff and crew here at the Convention Center and the Terrace Theater for their hard work putting this amazing program together. Let's hear it for them. So now I have the distinct pleasure of presenting our next musical guest, Debrion Poema, who will be singing A Million Dreams.
Close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say that it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. But I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I've compiled, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. And they can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. But I don't care if they call us crazy. We'll run away to the world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, I wanna be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. We may be right, we may be wrong. I want to bring you along to the world I see. The world will close our eyes to see. We'll close our eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. for the world we're gonna make.
Good evening, everyone. Let's hear it again for that wonderful musical performance. I'd like to start tonight by talking about the mayor and our favorite topic, our daughters, Alina and Mila. They had such a great time 3 weeks ago at the inauguration. But tonight is a school night, and they were not interested in hearing more of Daddy's speeches. And while this is an exciting moment for our city, let us be reminded that the pandemic has been hard on everyone these past few years. It's been especially challenging for our city's children. Like all parents, we watched in agony for our daughters as school closures and shutdowns took away some of the greatest joys of their childhood, from play dates with friends to after-school activities and even visiting relatives. Alina and Mila missed a full year of in-person schooling, and we're trying to make up for that invaluable time. Here in our city and across the country, we saw the profound effects of school disruptions on our youth, from declining academic performance to an alarming 25% increase in youth mental health issues. The last 2 years have been a really difficult time to be a kid, but we have hope. The years ahead will be a true inflection point in our children's future and in the future of all Long Beach children. That's why it's so important that we take this opportunity to really double down on investing in our children and our youth. Our mayor has placed a real focus on fostering the success of our city's children. And tonight, you will hear more about how we will continue to invest in Long Beach's future by supporting our young people. So let's start building a future that we would be proud to leave behind for our kids. Now, I am so honored to introduce my husband, our mayor, Rex Richardson.
Hey, good job. Good job. Is this on? Check, check, check. Can you hear me? It's working. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Let's hear it for my amazing wife, Dr. Nina Richardson. It seems like just weeks ago we were right here in this very theater swearing in a host of new city leaders. Well, that was last year. And we're back right here at the Long Beach Terrace Theater, and as Long Beach's 29th mayor, it's my honor to provide a report on the state of our city. It's a responsibility outlined in our city's charter that each year, on or before the 15th day of January, the mayor shall communicate by message to the city council a statement on the conditions and affairs of the city and make recommendations on such matters as the mayor may deem appropriate. In preparing for my first address, I'm reminded of why Long Beach is such a strong and resilient city. Generations who came before have recognized Long Beach as a place to fulfill their dreams. The Tongva are first Americans whose land we stand on today. They created a community here, and they called it Pavugna, meaning a place of emergence. They believed that their world and their lives began right here. In the late 19th century, railroad competition brought tourists from Middle America to chase the American dream. And the oil boom and the Navy shipyard attracted more families seeking their slice of the American dream. People fleeing racial discrimination, economic instability, civil war, or unacceptance have made their homes here in pursuit of a better life. It's where a young man raised by an incredible mom who found economic and housing instability came here to find opportunity, to go to college, and bought his first home and put down roots in North Long Beach. Those roots have allowed him to raise a family and work to make his community a better place and to serve as mayor of Long Beach. We're a city with shores of opportunity where every person, no matter their economic status, their race, their gender identity, can achieve their dreams. Long Beach has faced tough times and moments of transition before, and at every juncture, we've united and pushed through for a better tomorrow. And so today, I'm proud to declare the state of our city is strong and vibrant. And we're ready for the voyage ahead as we create more opportunities for our residents, and as always, those arriving on our shores of opportunity. Over the past year, City of Long Beach has been working hard to make good on the promise of keeping our city an amazing place to live and work and play for everyone. In 2022, we completed more than 100 miles of street repairs and more than 30,000 tree trimmings. We adopted a balanced budget that added new investments into direct services for the homeless and $500 million of infrastructure investment and created a new Office of Climate Action. We launched the city's first ever youth fund, distributing hundreds of thousands of dollars in grants to local youth-serving organizations. We issued 11,000 city permits, spurring the production of quality housing and commercial buildings. We reached more than 1,000 new housing opportunities for our unhoused neighbors, including transitional shelter beds and supportive housing units. We celebrated together as Starbucks workers in Long Beach became amongst the first in the country to successfully form a union in their fight for a fair contract and better working conditions. We safely removed more than 500 firearms and assault weapons from our streets to reduce gun violence and saw a 15% reduction in citywide shootings by the end since 2021. And we're still in a pandemic, so we administered more than 34,000 COVID-19 vaccines through our city's nationally recognized public health department. Now, together, we should be proud of our progress. We achieved all this because of dedicated city employees and neighborhood leaders and community organizers who work diligently every day to make our city better and brighter. But the work does not stop. We still have big challenges to tackle. And if we're going to ensure that every young person is able to reach their full potential, then we have more work to do. If we're going to ensure that every person sleeping on our streets tonight is able to find a stable roof over their heads, then we have more work to do. If we're going to ensure that every resident feels safe walking around their neighborhood at night, then we have more work to do. If we're going to ensure that every person has the resources and the opportunities that they need to succeed with dignity in our fair city, then we have more work to do. By working together, we can accomplish these extraordinary things. We shouldn't fear taking on big challenges like the rising cost of housing or preparing for an uncertain economic future. In Long Beach, we've been through tough times before, and we know that it's always darkest just before the dawn. We should lean into hope and believe that our work today will create a better future for the next generation, a future that the next generation of families deserve. Now let's use the energy and the momentum of our city's new moment, this new leadership that we have fresh off an election where more residents participated than at any time in our city's history. It's time to step up. We can do it. It's time to say yes, we can to solving our big challenges. Let's raise the sails on this next journey for our city. I'm proud to report that we are making real progress here. Over the last few weeks, I'm proud to have assembled a team of the city's best and brightest civic leaders and thought partners across business, government, nonprofit, and education sectors to join our mayoral transition team and help put together and accomplish a plan of what we will accomplish over the next 100 days, our 100-day plan. I want to thank our transition team co-chairs, Mark Taylor and Tanua Thrash Intook, and the more than 100 youth and civic leaders who participated in this process for their unwavering support in helping craft this agenda. Let's hear it for them. Please join me in extending our deepest gratitude to this group of leaders. Our 100-day plan, and many of you received it tonight, is called the Opportunity Beach Agenda. Opportunity Beach reflects on our commitment to expand access to resources that Long Beach residents need to thrive. In this agenda, we explore the concrete actions that we can take together over the next 100 days across 5 key areas: homelessness and ensuring quality and stable housing for all, building an economy where everyone thrives, creating safe and healthy communities, ensuring our youth have opportunities to succeed, and creating a sustainable and resilient city. We have a whole lot to cover tonight. So let's start with our most pressing priority: homelessness. The City of Long Beach has been a leader in developing strategies to help put unhoused residents on a path towards stability. And we're fortunate to be one of only 3 cities in the entire state of California with its own public health department, allowing us to deploy local expertise in addressing our health challenges. Yet, skyrocketing housing costs and growing economic instability across our region impacts our city, requiring us to go about this with a heightened sense of urgency. Over the next 100 days, we'll rally every resource in our city to partner, and our city partners to go all in on responding to this crisis, effectively and with compassion and with urgency. Today, the Long Beach City Council approved my request to declare a state of emergency in response to the homeless crisis. I want to thank the entire City Council for taking this bold action, and downtown Councilwoman Mary Zendejas for leading the motion and bringing this idea forward. The declaration of emergency, it allows us to respond to the crisis with urgency, and most importantly, focus. Because when everything is a priority, then nothing is a priority. Tomorrow, we will announce the incident command structure. The declared emergency will be jointly led by Public Works Director Eric Lopez and Health Department Director Kelly Colopy, representing a unified command structure, looking at this problem differently and more innovatively and creatively. In the days to come, we'll also stand up a mobile command center, a data dashboard for transparency, and a rollout of mobile access centers to help every community in our city. By proclaiming the existence of a local emergency on homelessness, our city now has the ability to mobilize local resources to stand up emergency shelters and safe parking sites, coordinate a more streamlined interagency response between the county and other agencies, secure financial and logistical support from our state and federal governments. But we also need to be more strategic and focused. The impacts of homelessness have a profound impact on our neighborhoods, especially in our downtown. We know that homelessness and the mental health crisis in our communities is complex, and we know that it's not going to be solved overnight. What we can do as a city is manage the crisis a whole lot better and save as many lives as we can, because that's what we do. We'll work to boost clean and safe team. Thank you. We'll work to boost clean and safe team operations with initial focus on engaging with stakeholders and improve conditions specifically on downtown corridors. And we're coming to your neighborhood. We'll coordinate area-specific homeless strategy meetings with highly impacted areas across our city that will convene residents, small business owners, and residents and city departments to focus on your local neighborhoods with local context. These meetings will help us better identify resources, coordinate service delivery, and provide volunteer and outreach opportunities for our stakeholders. We also need to better meet the needs of people experiencing the mental health crisis. In a city as diverse as Long Beach, we have to consider and think about cultural context when we decide how best to respond to mental health needs. When someone needs help, the resources and response should be rooted in their local communities, in their churches, in their schools, where there's already a great degree of trust. So we'll work together with our health department and LA County to explore a more robust local infrastructure to localize mental health services and substance abuse services. By increasing funding to providers, providing better coordination and cooperation, and supporting the expansion of wellness facilities, and taking our pressure off of our local hospitals by adding recuperative care beds, we can make a difference. The solution to these challenges will require all of us, residents, businesses, community-based organizations, and faith leaders to step up and join us. We've already seen tremendous acts of service within our city that are modeling the way. Organizations like Care Closet Long Beach, founded by local community hero Duke Givens. These community organizations are working hard every day to help meet the immediate needs of individuals and families living on our street. Duke was born and raised in Long Beach, and he was a longtime employee of Long Beach Transit. He spent his life serving our community, and when he retired, he stepped up because he got involved because he didn't want to see anybody in our city suffer. And Duke went on to create Care Closet. He spent every day connecting people to services, cleaning up encampments, making sure our city is safer and healthier for everyone. We need more people like Duke who understand that everyone has a name and a story. They're someone's mother, their little brother, their best friend, and everyone deserves dignity and a second chance. Let's hear it for Duke. Now, like Duke, everyone in this audience today can make a difference. And the only way we begin to see progress is if we commit to going all in and doing our part. In the days to come, we'll announce ways that you can help by supporting the Long Beach Community Foundation's Mayor's Fund for Homeless Action. Each of you can promote immediate solutions to homelessness by supporting the work of organizations like Care Closet and people like Duke. Now, as I stated in my inauguration address, we know that there's not enough affordable housing opportunities across Southern California region, and we can't go all in on homelessness without doing all that we can to ensure that Long Beach residents have access to fair housing. In order to achieve our goals, we have to work together across agency lines and industry lines. We have to forge new partnerships to ensure that housing is available for everyone, and we can't do it alone. That's why we'll be launching the Long Beach Housing Promise, a cross-sector partnership calling on our city's largest employment sectors, including hospitals, aerospace, and education institutions, to go all in making meaningful investments to support housing production and leverage surplus properties to help add to our existing housing stock. Imagine if cities and educational institutions work together to design and create livable communities near schools and universities, specifically tailored for working families with children enrolled in public schools, with tutoring, after-school care, resources for educators, or college students, located right on site. Imagine if industries partner with the city to ensure that down payment assistance was available so Long Beach workers can ultimately achieve the dream of homeownership. Now, that future is attainable, and I look forward to working with our education leaders and our industry partners to help make the Long Beach Promise a reality. Thank you. Now, this is a big problem. Housing affordability is a regional challenge. It's going to require a regional solution. Long Beach has to show leadership and help our neighboring communities to do their part. And in the first 100 days, that's what we'll do. I'll meet with the mayors from the gateway cities to ensure that Long Beach expands. As we expand our housing capacity, leaders across the region do the same. That's right. We need to work together across municipal lines to expand our housing stock collectively. To help drive and execute each of these citywide strategies and priorities, we will establish and I will appoint a deputy mayor for housing and homelessness to provide us with the necessary capacity to make progress on our housing development and our homeless response goals. They will be a key liaison with regional partners and ensure that Long Beach is in the best position possible to pursue housing and homelessness solutions. Now, I know what you're thinking. How are we going to pay for all of this? Which brings me to my next point. The way we fund our city services is fundamentally changing. For generations, Long Beach has provided critical city services that we all depend on, that have relied on revenue streams tied to the production of oil and fossil fuels. And the changing nature of the way we consume our goods and services has made sales tax less dependable as a local revenue source. So suppose that we want to ensure that our city has a secure financial future and the means to continue delivering quality city services. Well, in that case, we have to focus on growing our economy in new directions. We shouldn't be afraid of change. Just think about the 1990s. They had some pretty good things. Sublime, the Chicago Bulls, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But let's also say that a lot of things needed to change for the better. And this isn't the first time that Long Beach has undergone a major transition. In the early 1990s, the Navy began its withdrawal from the city of Long Beach. Mayor Beverly O'Neill successfully led the transition by focusing on the 3 T's: trade, tourism, and technology, paving the way for the Long Beach that we know today. The Long Beach of tomorrow will attract emerging companies, industries, and technology in clean energy and renewable energy. So the Opportunity Beach agenda leans in to creating a new Long Beach economy for everyone. We'll set in motion our transition toward a more climate sustainable economy and away from our dependence on diminishing revenue sources by launching the Grow Long Beach initiative. The Grow Long Beach initiative is a multi-pronged economic development strategy that will unleash the potential of our emerging business sectors and industries across Long Beach. As part of the Grow Long Beach initiative, I'll be asking the City Council to consider plans to identify new, sustainable, and long-term revenue sources that will maintain and expand the level of service provided by our city. To make way for this sustainable economic future, we have to double down on the sectors that will be key to Long Beach's future. Our economic prosperity, like aerospace, ports and supply chain, arts and tourism, hospitality, healthcare, and education. As we implement the Grow Long Beach initiative, we'll use the convening power of the mayor's office to stand up the Long Beach Strategic Growth Council, a roundtable of business and academic leaders that will identify strategies and policies to support the growth, retention, and success of those critical sectors. We'll also continue to grow our emerging sectors by developing a Long Beach Strategic Growth Fund in collaboration with the Long Beach Accelerator, the Long Beach Economic Partnership, and the Long Beach Center for Economic Inclusion. This fund will help identify resources and private capital to recruit and support 100 new startups in the city of Long Beach in its fastest growing sectors within the first 5 years, with a goal of ensuring that these startups reflect the vibrancy and the diversity of our community right here in Long Beach. Now, Long Beach is already home to some of the nation's most premier technology companies, pushing the boundaries of innovation and technology, from Boeing and Virgin Orbit to Relativity Space and Rocket Lab. Every day, new companies are choosing Long Beach to be their primary place of business, and we're not stopping yet. Today, I'm proud to announce the next addition to our growing space sector, Vast Space, an aerospace company developing artificial gravity space stations and the necessary infrastructure to enable humans to live and work in space. Now, it's my great pleasure to introduce you to Kyle Dedman, Vice President of Facilities for VAST. Knock dead.
First off, I'd like to thank the mayor and all the city staff for having us here tonight. It means a lot to us to be able to be here talking to all of you, and we definitely couldn't be more excited for Long Beach to be our new home. Over the next several years, we'll be designing, building, and testing commercial space stations, as the mayor mentioned, to enable long-duration human spaceflight, which is pretty cool. So my hope is one day when we have our first astronauts, or maybe vastronauts, we're still workshopping that one, on station, that you all in this room feel as much pride as we will, knowing that that all started right here in Long Beach, less than 15 minutes from here. So a project of this scale will require us to hire over 700 new jobs, primarily engineering and manufacturing, from now till 2027. A project like this is really only possible in Long Beach because of the talent pipeline, the startup ecosystem, the transportation and infrastructure, and all the other initiatives that the mayor's discussed. So as the newest tenant to Long Beach, we're really grateful, looking forward to becoming part of the community, and thank you all again for having us.
Welcome to Space Beach. Thank you, Kyle. And as Kyle mentioned and highlighted, Long Beach is clearly the gateway for new industries and technology that will help shape the course of humanity here on earth and beyond. The sky is no longer the limit in the city of Long Beach. So while we grow to continue to nurture these growing sectors in our community, we also know that our economic success depends on the vitality and strength of our local small business community and a thriving arts and cultural scene. Over the next 100 days, I am committed to meeting with 100 small business leaders from all corners of our city for the 100 and 100 tour. We'll partner with local business improvement districts, the Long Beach Chamber of Commerce, other business groups to hear directly from small businesses about their greatest needs and their greatest barriers. I want to know what the city can do to best identify and implement new strategies to make it easier to do business in our city. The city of Long Beach also has the ability to empower the small business community through procurement opportunities. As mayor, I'll set a goal for our city to substantially increase the procurement services from local small businesses over the next 2 years. This work will focus on inviting bids from businesses owned and operated right here in Long Beach, run by women, our LGBT community, our communities of color, reflecting our diversity in our city. We also understand that culture and arts are critical to our economy. That's why I'll ask the City Council this year to support permanent sites for cultural centers that support our Latino, our African American, our Cambodian, our American Indian, and our LGBTQ communities. So these centers, they generate rich programming and safe spaces for all of our residents. And we're also taking on another big one this year. We'll see the Queen Mary take a major leap forward in history as an important Long Beach icon. This spring, she opens again to hotel guests and to the general public. And later this year, we will begin to plan her future and envision the future of Pier H. And that's the acreage that surrounds the Queen Mary. Together, we'll establish a vision for one of the most exciting long-term waterfront developments in our city's history, one that drives tourism and living wage jobs and ensures that the Queen Mary is preserved for many years into the future. As we chart our economic recovery, let's also look ahead to 2028 when our city will host 6 Olympic events in the 2028 Olympics and welcome the world to Long Beach. That time is going to go by fast. So in preparation for that historic event, in the next 100 days, I will appoint a 2028 Long Beach Olympics Planning Committee that will ensure that Long Beach is represented as the global, equity-minded city that we are. And we can only chart an inclusive recovery by discussing and thinking about how we invest in our people. Access to a stable job with a living wage can change someone's life, opening up opportunities for home ownership, better health, and a secure retirement. I know that story. When I was 26, I received one of those life-changing opportunities to come and work for the city of Long Beach. It provided me a salary to raise my family in this community and the benefits to set up a future, a secure future. From city planning to refuse hauling, city jobs are good jobs. But today, the city of Long Beach has more than 400 vacant city positions. That's more than 400 opportunities to change lives and put people on track towards financial stability and good health and retirement. Every day, thousands of Long Beach residents who live in our community, they attend world-class institutions in our city. We should hire them. Who better to serve our city than our own residents, products of our own world-class educational institutions? So I will work with the City Council to create a Long Beach Public Service Preference Program for graduates of Cal State Long Beach, Cal State Dominguez Hills, and Long Beach City College. We're going to implement hiring preferences and limit exemptions for years of service requirements or degree status requirements in order to reduce barriers to landing good jobs with the city of Long Beach and give our local residents an opportunity to serve the city that they love. And it can take up to 6 months in some cases to hire somebody within our city. A lot can happen in 6 months. That's just too long. So let's work alongside our Civil Service Commission to identify opportunities to update our city charter and streamline our antiquated hiring process so Long Beach residents who want to join the ranks of public service in the city of Long Beach are able to do so. Let's just change it. I also believe that young people in our community should be given a clean slate. We'll create a second chance program to reduce barriers for individuals with prior offenses occurring before the age of 25 to seek and obtain employment in the city of Long Beach. That's a reflection of our commitment to healing and supporting communities that have been impacted by poverty and a lack of opportunity for so many years. Throughout Long Beach, immigrants and refugee communities are an integral part of our economy and our social fabric, making up more than a quarter of our population. And despite these extraordinary contributions, immigrants face unique barriers to accessing basic services like legal support and health care and jobs. To overcome some of these barriers, we'll continue to support the Long Beach Immigrant Justice Fund and set new directives. Thank you. And we'll set new directives to prevent the city from doing business with vendors who engage in wage theft and exploitation of our local immigrant and refugee community. Now, investing in what creates safe and healthy communities is the next big part of the Opportunity Beach agenda. I'll work and continue to work alongside our community leaders and first responders and public health professionals to advance efforts across our city that ensure the health and safety of every family in every neighborhood. And that starts by bringing our communities together. Now, I personally have a deep belief in community empowerment. I've seen firsthand what happens when neighbors work together to achieve a common goal. And as mayor, I'll continue to unify our residents and our communities to have a shared vision and understanding of community priorities and community safety. That work will begin with planning our first annual Long Beach Neighborhood Leaders Summit. This summit will engage a rich network of neighborhood associations to identify policy needs and opportunities that the city can act on, and offer civic engagement training to our local residents so they can speak up for themselves. Additionally, thanks to the voters of the city of Long Beach, we have a unique opportunity to expand public trust, transparency, and accountability in how our communities engage with law enforcement. In the coming months, we'll begin the process of standing up our new Police Oversight Commission authorized by voter-approved Measure E. As mayor, I'll appoint this new commission and work with the City Council to begin the process of selecting our city's first police oversight director to help lead strategic initiatives that improve trust between law enforcement and members of our community. We will also continue our trajectory toward community policing. Within the first 100 days, we'll work together with Chief Wally Hebish on the launch of the expansion of the Quality of Life program, the formation of the city's bicycle detail, and launch of the city's first community service response team to improve responsiveness in our neighborhoods and free up resources to focus on higher level emergencies. There's more. This year, we will also make a number of critical investments that complement our traditional police and fire services. We're all on one team. This includes alternative forms of mental health crisis response, a new park ambassadors program, and additional REACH team to conduct a broader scope of outreach on homelessness. Only by working together across departments with a real emphasis on community empowerment, cooperation, accountability, and partnerships can we truly promote safe and healthy communities across our entire city. Now, our city will also listen to the voices of those who have the most at stake, our youth. My wife, Nina, talked a little bit earlier about the challenges that you face in our city with trauma from the events of the past few years and an uncertain economic future for our youth. And I mentioned in the inauguration speech just a couple weeks ago the urgency that we have to get it right, because our children grow up fast and they're already tired of hearing dad's speeches. So our youth success and achievement is a critical part and the next part of our Opportunity Beach agenda. During the mayoral transition team, we pulled together a forum of more than 30 youth from across Long Beach who are excited about expanding recreational opportunities and leadership and development of programs and creating new wellness and teen centers throughout the city. Great ideas, broadening pathways to their own higher education. And it was clear to me that this was the beginning of a much larger conversation, and we can't just fit it all into one meeting. So we will begin to have that conversation by coordinating our city's first Long Beach Youth Advocacy Day at City Hall to better engage our young people in leadership development, civic engagement, and leadership skill building opportunities. We will also begin planning the 2023 Youth Summit, where we'll discuss a robust youth-focused agenda developed for our youth by our youth. We're also going to explore long-term pathways into public service by creating the Mayor's Pathways to Public Service Fellowship. This will give students real-world experience and different ideas of local government with an emphasis on creating pathways to careers in city government. How can we expose our children to new opportunities? I spoke with a good friend and said, hey, our Port of Long Beach, they travel internationally all the time. Let's give students from Jordan High School and Cabrillo a hands-on integrated educational experience by giving them an opportunity to travel abroad and learn about our ports and emerging industries. Shout out to Carl Kemp, that was his. Let's train up the next generation of dedicated public servants today. And finally, a critical component of investing in our future is fostering a more sustainable and resilient environment in our city of Long Beach. One of the reasons that I love working in the city, and the reason I love local government is because we have the ability to make our communities better and get our hands dirty and see tangible results. Some of my most memorable moments were the times that we opened community centers and restored wetlands in the communities that needed them most. Open space is a vital part of a healthy community. But I can tell you firsthand, developing new open space in communities that need it can be a challenge. And that's why we need a real meaningful commitment to park equity. In the first 100 days, in the first 100 days, we will formalize our city's commitment to expand park equity by initiating the process of updating the city's open space element plan for the first time in 20 years. By updating the city's open space element in our general plan, we ensure that the city pursues opportunities to acquire and develop new open space for generations to come, with the goal of ensuring that all residents have access to a park within a 10-minute walk from their home. Next, to improve our air quality and safeguard environment, we're going to work with our Port of Long Beach to speed up our transition to achieve a zero-emission future. Tonight, I am calling on the Port of Long Beach to establish a $10 million electrification fund for local truck operators, to create 100 public charging stations within the next 3 years, and also commit to doubling the clean truck rate within the next year, which will accelerate conversion to zero-emission vehicles and reduce environmental impact on Long Beach communities faster. These measures, Long Beach will rise again to the challenge of becoming a global leader in curbing the effects of climate change and carbon emissions to improve the health of our residents and our planet. We have an ambitious goal to guide us the next 100 days and establish a foundation for the next 4 years. Our success will only be possible through support and partnership of hardworking people in the city of Long Beach who serve our city every day. Before the sun rises over Long Beach, our police and firefighters have stayed alert overnight, ready to respond to a crisis. Before you've had the chance to have your first cup of coffee, a street sweeper operator works their route to maintain the clean streets that we enjoy. When you're headed to lunch, a librarian pulls out books ready for an after-school story time, and a park supervisor prepares for the after-school rush. Our health department workers are creating pop-ups for COVID-19 testing and administering booster shots as you're heading home from work. And as the sun sets on the Pacific Ocean every day, casting its final lights on our shores of opportunity, a worker protecting our water supply is figuring out ways that we can capture the rainwater that we've been blessed with these last few days. We remain grateful to the work each and every one of these public servants does every day to deliver high-quality public services that Long Beach expects and deserves. I'd like to take a moment to recognize them and thank them for their continued partnership. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's appreciate our city servants. We will improve our responsiveness to our diverse communities. We will improve responsiveness for all of our communities. We'll lead with a focus on equity and build a more just and inclusive city that leaves no one behind. These workers on stage and all of you tonight, you all make our city stronger. And the next 100 days, we'll work together to make it even stronger. Join me, and let's make the Opportunity Beach agenda our reality and begin this voyage with me toward our collective future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. All right. All right. Good.
Jet.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Olawale Awora. I am here on behalf of the music department at Antioch Church in Long Beach, and we're ready to have a good time. Are you? Well, our pastor is Pastor Wayne Chaney Jr. All right. So we're going to have a little fun. All right, y'all, let me see. Just clap your hands like this. Come on. All across this room, come on. Yeah. The song says the best is yet to come. All right? Come on, say.
Hold on, my brother, don't give up.
Hold on, my sister.
Hold on, my sister, just look up. There is a master.
Come on and clap your hands like this for me.
If you just make it through,
God.
God's gonna really blow your mind.
Yeah.
He's gonna make it worth your time.
Yeah.
For all of the trouble you've been through, the blessing double just for you.
Why?
The best
Come on. It's yet
is yet
to come.
to come.
The best.
The best,
Hey. Yeah. Come on.
the best is yet to come.
The don't give up. Hold on, my sister.
Hold on, my sister, just look up.
Come on.
There is a master plan in store for you. If you just make it through,
of the best day. Ah, come on, I say today is the day. Come on, say today. Come on, say. It's yet to come. Come on, the best is yet. Now, if you believe that, let me just see you clap your hands right here. Hey, come on, there you go. That's my man right there, yeah. Hey. Good God Almighty. Hey. Say you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Hey. Seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. Come on. Say you ain't seen nothing. Yeah. Good God Almighty. Woo. You ain't. Come on, let's take it out. Say you ain't seen nothing. You ain't. Yeah. Seen nothing. Come on, let's take it back down. Seen nothing. You ain't. Come on, you ain't. Seen nothing. Now, if you believe that, come on and clap your hands right here. It's such a good time tonight.